Hi, it's me, Polly. If you've ever seen me on here before, you might know that it's been about 5 months since I've been on here last recording anything. And that's because I basically became so broken and non-functional that I wasn't able to talk anymore. Things are better. Things are definitely better. My problem really stems from social isolation, and I isolate myself socially. I have a social disorder, autism, specifically Asperger's syndrome, and I don't know, I'm just socially so inept that it feels like everybody in the world ends up hating me. I really am doing better, even if it doesn't look like it right now. I have this situation that's been going on for 4 years. I'm in this chorus, and I love the music. It's a barbershop chorus, and I love the organization, the higher organization that my chorus is a part of. My chorus mates, however, are, well, most of them being the board member types, are kind of like the Stepford wives. I mean, really, really snooty and very exclusive, and they don't like me. Really, it's the one who has been our president most of the time who can't stand me, and she is a bully. She's a bully. Here I'm 46 years old, and I cannot seem to keep from being bullied by somebody. This woman has a mission of getting me kicked out of the chorus, and it's almost impossible to do that. I pay my dues, you know? I mean, shy of me doing something violent or dangerous, or, you know, there's no way for them to get me out, but it doesn't keep her from trying. She's very creative about it. She has rewritten the standing rules more than once to try and eliminate me by changing the standing rules. The first time she did that, I didn't have a steady income. It was hard for me to pay. It wasn't just hard for me, it was hard for a few people, and so she was willing to either cut them off to punish me, to get me out, or she was going to give exceptions to them. I mean, this woman is so bitter toward me. And whereas it started because I was assigned by our director to be her cue listener, which meant that I had to listen to her sing. Everybody had to submit recordings of themselves singing. I did too. But I was also a listener, so I was assigned to listen to her sing and then critique her, and if she had, these were the rules, if she had 2 or 3 note mistakes, I could pass her, but otherwise she had to redo it. There were times she had like 8 or 9 note mistakes. There's no way I could pass her. I mean, we have to pass every song because we're a competitive chorus, and because we have certain standards that we have to maintain. And so, you know, I was unfortunate enough to be the person who was her cue listener. Actually, the reason I became her cue listener was because the person who was her cue listener before quit after the chorus received an email that was accidentally sent to all of us, but which was really intended just to go to the director, in which this person, the president, not the president now, we have a new president now, and I have some hope in her. I think she's probably more fair-minded. But this woman who's been wanting to kick me out has in the past been president like 4 of the 5 years I've been in it. But ever, you know, I mean, what was I saying? Anyway, the person who was the cue listener, her cue listener before me, quit because of the complaints of the president, that she wasn't passing her, she wasn't listening and getting back to her soon enough, and she was making her, you know, she was making her record again. Well, yeah, a lot of people have to record again. I've had to record again. If I didn't get everything right, I've recorded again. I don't know why she's so sensitive about that, but I do know she has made it her mission to kick me out. And I'm not the first one. She's done it to many people before. She just succeeded much sooner, and I'm, I guess, desperate to stay in the chorus because I know that if they successfully kick me out, I will never be voted back in again. Yeah, we have to be voted in. I would never be voted back in again. I mean, there's barely anybody in that chorus that'll even talk to me now because everything is so weird, and because that woman is always campaigning against me. She's lying about me. She tells lies about me. She manipulates people. She's constantly, actively trying to, you know, get me kicked out. She like won't talk to me. She won't look at me. She has her friends. They refuse to look at me. They won't talk to me. You know, in that hostile way, not in the just ignoring kind of way. In that hostile way that makes you feel like crap. And so here I am. I desperately want to stay in this chorus. I just want things to get better. Because there isn't another chorus anywhere nearby, and if there was, believe me, I'd be there. I would be there. It was fun my first year. It was so much fun my first year. Before I accepted the position of cue listener, which, in retrospect, I wish I had never accepted it. But, you know, I didn't know this woman was such a vindictive bitch. And she is, and even the brand new people who don't know anything about me, the second they show up, I know how it goes, because this was how it was done with me. As soon as I became, you know, I showed up for a chorus and showed an interest in it, people were grabbing me, pulling me aside, and giving me all the gossip about the other people, and I am the gossip now. Because even the new people who come in don't give me a chance. I mean, they don't even talk to me or look at me. It's like... And the thing is that I don't stoop to that level. I have taken the high road this whole time. I don't do what she does. I don't lie about her. I don't make things up about her. I don't treat her badly. I am kind to everybody because I believe that that is the way it's supposed to be, and that's the way I'm supposed to be, and I wouldn't like myself if I, if I acted the way she acted. If I acted the way she acted, if I was the kind of person she is, I would hate myself. Only what's funny is I'm always trying to be good, good, and the goodest, I know it's not a word, but the goodest person I can be comes out, it's kind of neurotic, I think, because I was punished so brutally and criticized so much as a child growing up and by my parents. I was never good enough. I was always a failure to them. But, I seem to have a sign on my back that says kick me or just treat me like shit. Because that's what I get a lot. But in this group is I refuse to quit. She wants me to quit. That's why she's mad at me now. I don't think it has anything to do with me being her cue listener and not passing her every time anymore. That's what really pissed her off. At the time, I was also on the board. I had been elected to the board by the members of the chorus who liked me at that time, just as she had been elected to the board. However, she was the president and she would not let me speak. I was the only member of the board who was elected to speak on behalf of the people, and I was not allowed to speak because the president would always immediately redirect the discussions so as to exclude me and ignore anything that I started to say. She is such a bitch. And I just want to get along, and I just want this whole messy hate thing, bullying thing to go away, and to be able to go to chorus and to show up to chorus and not feel like I am an alien invader that is not welcome there. But that's exactly how they act. I mean, I walk through the door and usually nobody speaks to me. And that's not like that group. They're so friendly amongst themselves. But everybody just kind of shuts up when I get there, and they don't smile and they don't say anything to me. It's like, oh my God, she showed up. And it's all based on lies. If people in there knew the truth, if they knew my heart, and if they knew that the stuff they're judging me for isn't even true. I receive the coldest emails from when I do receive emails. Like one from my the treasurer not long ago, because there was a screw up in the automatic payments, and she told me, well, first she emailed me, and to quote her email, because I was taking an extended period of time, I wasn't going to competition. I wasn't going to competition this year for the first year because they tricked me into not being able to sign up in time. They refused to let me sign up. And there's not even a protocol for not letting somebody sign up. But they said you have to get the director's permission to sign up. That was for me only. They didn't make anybody else do that. That was their trick. And then, after I got her permission, then I could sign up for the contest. But by the next week, which, I thought I had, I'll sign up the next week, then it was already passed. The deadline had passed on the weekend, and you know, I do know that she tricks me, and so